On a frosty Christmas Eve, my partner summoned our closest kin for what she described as a pivotal announcement. With a dramatic sweep, she unveiled divorce documents and declared, "I'm finished with him." Her family erupted in jubilant cheers, while I stayed quiet, unruffled. With a composed smile I responded, "Exquisite timing. Shall we proceed to the gifts?" As they unwrapped their presents, gasps echoed through the room. "This isn't possible," my wife murmured, her holiday cheer dissolving into a chilling ordeal. The winter season had always been my favorite time. The Christmas tree sparkled with lights, a gentle snow dusted the windows, and the scent of cinnamon and pine filled our home. Yet something was off this year. My wife, Laura, had been unusually radiant for days, her enthusiasm almost dubious. She'd pushed for a lavish family gathering, an event she typically dreaded. Her parents traveled from afar. Her brother, who never hid his contempt for me, arrived with his new girlfriend. Even my long-absent sister made the journey. The living room hummed with laughter and clinking glasses, but I sat by the fireplace, watching Laura's lively gestures. Then, she clinked her glass to silence the crowd. "Before we open presents, I have something significant to share," she announced. I locked eyes with her, my heartbeat steady, my demeanor calm, for I had foreseen this moment. Laura stepped forward, brandishing a folder with a theatrical flourish, as if it were a trophy. "Merry Christmas," she declared, her gaze gleaming with victory. "These are divorce papers. I'm done with him." A brief silence gave way to enthusiastic clapping. Her mother wiped away joyful tears, her brother gave a smug nod, but my sister looked stunned. I, however, offered a tranquil smile. "Brilliant timing," I said, standing and adjusting my sweater. "Now let's unwrap the gifts." Whispers of confusion spread, but the presents, carefully wrapped and labeled, sat ready beneath the tree. Laura's confidence wavered. "What gifts?" she asked. I pointed to a gleaming gold box with her name. "Start with yours." With a nervous laugh, she knelt and ripped open the wrapping. Inside was a polished, hardcover book titled Laura's Winter Secrets. She opened it and her expression froze. The first page displayed a photo of her in an intimate moment with another man. Silence gripped the room as she turned page after page, each one more damning. Dated emails, bank transfers, hotel bookings, and private messages. Her face paled. Her mother let out a sharp gasp. Her father fumbled his drink, nearly dropping it. Her brother's girlfriend muttered, "No way." But the revelations didn't stop there. Every gift under the tree exposed another layer of deceit. Laura clutched the book, her hands shaking. "How did you find this?" she whispered, her voice faint. I ignored her, gesturing to the other presents. "For your mother," I said politely. Her mother, wary but intrigued, untied a velvet ribbon on a small package. Inside was a printed email thread. She read the subject aloud before stopping. "Should I tell him about you and the gardener?" Her face drained of color as she scanned the messages, revealing her and Laura's scheming to undermine me, mocking my trust, and plotting to seize the house and alimony. The room grew eerily quiet, the clinking glasses now still. I turned to Laura's brother. "Your gift awaits." He unwrapped his to find a bundle of financial records, tied to an account in my name, depleted by his failed business schemes, never reimbursed. "Oh, and by the way," I said evenly, "the IRS is auditing your taxes. Happy holidays." Laura gripped the armrest, her knuckles white. "What's happening here?" she demanded. I met her eyes. "Gifts," I replied simply. "Each one reflects what you've earned." My sister spoke softly. "You knew all along." I nodded. I chose the perfect moment. Stepping closer to Laura, I lowered my voice. "You thought this was your triumph, didn't you? That you'd humiliate me, take everything, and start fresh with your lover and your smug pride." Her eyes widened, speechless. I leaned in. "This house? Mine, bought before our marriage. The prenup you ignored? Still valid. The company you thought we shared? I removed you from it months ago. Quietly. Legally." Her mouth opened, but no words came. "And your lover?" I continued. "He's facing fraud charges. The money he promised you? Vanished." I addressed the stunned room. "There's wine in the kitchen. Enjoy." Then I stepped into the snowy night, leaving their shattered plans behind. The crisp air washed over me as I walked outside, a purifying chill. Behind me, the house descended into chaos, yells, sobs, accusations. I didn't look back. This wasn't merely revenge. It was a calculated unraveling, letting them believe they'd won until their foundation crumbled. At my car, I opened a phone folder labeled Winter Plan. It held everything. Digital copies, voice recordings, affidavits, financial trails, and hidden videos of Laura's plotting with her family. All dated, all legally airtight. With a tap, I sent the files to my attorney, my accountant, the fraud division, and a reporter hungry for a scoop. Inside, the uproar intensified. My sister texted, "They're falling apart." Laura's mom just yelled at her. "Her brother's a wreck. Laura's calling you repeatedly." I ignored the calls and drove to a cozy cafe nestled between a florist and a bookshop. My friend Clara waited, handing me a hot coffee. "You okay?" she asked. I nodded. "It's done." She gave a knowing smile. "They thought they had you." I sipped the coffee. "They always do." Laura's voicemail arrived later, her voice trembling. "Please, can we talk? I didn't know he'd disappear. I didn't mean for this to escalate. You can't ruin my family. We can resolve this." I deleted it. This wasn't about resolution. It was about accountability, about betrayal carrying a steep price. By morning, the consequences were devastating. Laura's mother faced an IRS investigation for concealed accounts and dubious gifts linked to corporate bribes. Her brother lost his civic board position after a leaked audio exposed his shady deals. Laura, blindsided by the prenup's infidelity clause, lost her claim to our assets. The house, the car, the business. She thought she'd sold the latter, but I'd transferred it to a trust in my name. The $400,000 she sent to her lover? Redirected to my account, a trap she'd walked into, monitored by an app I'd installed. When she and her lover returned from their trip, expecting wealth, they found frozen accounts and fraud charges. Their faces appeared in local news, labeled as holiday con artists. The day after Christmas, my phone buzzed with countless missed calls. Laura, her lover, her family, even their lawyer, who once mocked me. I ignored them, watching the news over coffee. The anchor detailed a family's collapse. Tax evasion, fraudulent deals, and exposed betrayal. Laura's image appeared, shielding her face with sunglasses as reporters crowded her. By evening, her nonprofit job was gone. Her attempt to access the decoy account failed. Security escorted her out. Her lover's family cut ties with him. A viral video showed Laura shouting outside our former home as movers piled her belongings. Neighbors murmured, "Didn't she leave him?" Another replied, "She outplayed herself." In my cabin bought months prior, I received Laura's final email. "You've won. I'm sorry. Can we talk?" I typed one word, "No," and sent it. 6 months later, the turmoil had settled. From my cabin's porch, I watched pines dance in the wind, free of chaos. Laura lost her career, her reputation, her lover. Her family distanced themselves, humiliated by their roles. The forged business sale led to fraud and embezzlement charges. She filed for bankruptcy. I meanwhile rebuilt. The business, still mine, flourished with loyal clients. I started writing, publishing the story under a pseudonym. The book resonated, earning a deal. I wasn't just a survivor but a storyteller, a strategist who waited, observed, and acted with precision. Revenge wasn't loud. It was patient, calculated, and silent, its impact enduring.